You know that moment at 2 a.m. just staring at an online checkout cart?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just completely convinced that hitting buy now on like a $200 espresso machine will somehow fix a terrible Tuesday?
We have all been there.
Right. Well, welcome to today's deep dive. We've got this fascinating stack of psychology and financial behavior research in front of us, and we are looking at the actual mechanics of retail therapy.
It's a really common struggle.
Yeah, and our mission today is to uncover the hidden pros and cons of emotional spending and discover how practical tools like mindfulness, CBT, and self-compassion can completely rewire your relationship with money.
Which is huge because we usually treat emotional spending like a character flaw.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
Because the research points out something that feels a bit counterintuitive. In the short term, buying things actually works to regulate our mood.
It does. It completely bypasses our logical brain to deliver this potent dose of autonomy.
Autonomy, like
Yeah.
feeling in control.
Exactly. When you're stressed, you usually feel totally out of control. So the simple, deliberate act of curating choices.
Like picking a color or, selecting the shipping speed.
Yeah, exactly that. It artificially manufactures a sense of environmental mastery. You are essentially buying back your perceived agency.
Oh, wow. And that immediately drops your sadness levels.
Right, but it's a double-edged sword.
It's like a sugar rush. You get this quick, desperate spike of comfort followed by a harsh, guilt-ridden crash.
Because the long-term costs are high, especially with frictionless online shopping and buy now, pay later schemes.
Right, BNPL. We're removing the cognitive friction that used to keep our spending in check.
Historically, handing over physical cash activated the exact same neural pathways as physical pain.
The literal pain of paying.
Right, but buy now, pay later schemes just anesthetize that pain. You get the dopamine hit of the acquisition without the neurological brake pedal of the financial loss,
And by the time the payments actually hit, that emotional high is long gone.
leaving you with debt.
Which ironically creates more financial stress, kicking off the exact same feeling of helplessness that sent you to the checkout cart in the first place.
It's a vicious cycle.
Okay, so if frictionless checkout is the trap, how do you hit the brakes? The sources bring up this mindful stop-y method.
Right, so that's stop, take a breath, observe, proceed.
But just pausing isn't enough, right? Like, you have to know what you're looking for.
Exactly. That observation phase is where you deploy a CBT thought scan. You're trying to catch what researchers call ghosts we think.
Ghosts we think. I love that.
Yeah, the metaphor is deliberate. A ghost is a terrifying illusion that only has power if you actually believe it's real. In financial anxiety, these ghosts are cognitive distortions.
Like emotional reasoning.
Yeah.
Look at your bank app, feel a knot in your stomach, and your brain just decides, well, I feel anxious, so my finances must be completely ruined.
Yes, the feeling creates a fake reality. And when you are running from a ghost, you look for an immediate escape hatch.
Which is a quick purchase to soothe the panic.
Right. But by observing the thought and labeling it as a ghost, you expose it as an illusion. The anxiety loses its teeth, and the urge to escape through spending dissipates.
Wait, does this mean we can never buy a treat to feel better? I mean, managing your money can quickly turn into just a grim march of pure utility.
Yeah, no, the research explicitly warns against that. The objective is kind spending.
Kind spending.
Yeah. When you align your purchases with your actual values, rather than using them as emergency emotional triage, those small treats are genuinely beneficial. You're acting out of intention rather than reacting to a ghost.
Okay, but even with the best intentions, those late-night impulse buys are going to happen sometime.
They absolutely will.
And the immediate reaction is usually this wave of intense shame. We berate ourselves for being terrible with money. But here's where it gets really interesting. Treating yourself like a friend, learning to heal, is actually a highly effective financial strategy.
It really is. Because shame is a highly stressful emotion. When you shame yourself, your body releases cortisol, putting you right back into a state of distress.
And we already know distress drives emotional spending.
Exactly. So by using a compassionate stop, softening the physical tension in your body, taking a breath, and offering yourself some grace,
You literally halt the cortisol spike that fuels the next bad purchase.
you're breaking the chemical loop. But we do have to acknowledge when self-management isn't enough.
Right. When do we need to call in the pros?
The literature is clear. If your spending causes unmanageable debt, repeated relationship conflicts, or an inability to cut back despite significant distress.
Those are the red flags.
Right. That's when behavior requires clinical intervention, not just a mindful pause.
So what does this all mean for you listening? It means you can take control of your wallet by just taking a mindful pause.
Yeah, a single moment of intentional friction can save you from months of stress.
But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final twist from the research. If you really want a lasting mood boost, science actually shows that pro-social spending triggers a much deeper happiness than buying something for yourself.
Oh, like buying a coffee for a friend.
Exactly. It's way more effective. Just something to think about the next time you find yourself browsing at 2 a.m.